Farm Week is a production of the Mississippi State University Extension Service.
Today on Farm Week, another company could be turning Mississippi wood fiber into bioproducts. It's a billion-dollar project.
The Mississippi State University football team found out that in addition to being Bulldogs, they're also Aggies. See Coach Dan Mullen milk a cow for the first time.
And Southern Gardening, garden retreats. Get some inspiration to put together your own special place.
In the markets, tight soybean supplies may limit any downward move in prices, while chicken companies move to balance supply with expected demand.
In the feature segment, the internet can be intimidating, but Mississippi Market Maker makes it possible for small agriculture entrepreneurs to market their products to the state, the nation, even the world.
Actually, they would tell me as when they came to the farm, oh, I looked it up on the internet on Mississippi State, and they had Market Maker, and so I knew where your farm was. They were very helpful to me in getting to your place.
Good day, everyone. I'm Leighton Spann.
And I'm Artist Ford. Welcome to Farm Week.
Governor Haley Barbour called the Mississippi legislature into special session on Friday. It considered giving monetary incentives to attract two industries to the state.
Leighton, one of these businesses would make silicon while the other would invest $1 billion to make bioproducts from wood fiber. The two companies would eventually employ up to 1,750 people. We are recording this show on Thursday before the legislature meets on Friday. The Clarion Ledger reports $75 million is being asked to get Cala Solar to manufacture silicon in Columbus for solar cells. Cala Solar would invest at least $600 million and create 951 full-time jobs. Up to $100 million in incentives is being asked for HCL Clean Tech. It plans to invest $1 billion. Yes, that's $1 billion with a B. It would build its headquarters in Olive Branch near Memphis and 4 other facilities in Boonville, Grenada, Hattiesburg, and Natchez. HCL Clean Tech makes industrial bioproducts and biofuels from wood fiber. It could employ 800 people.
Mississippi State University's football team took a little time off from their fall preparation to participate in a new event called Beefing Up the Bulldogs. MSU's Department of Animal and Dairy Sciences, the Mississippi Cattlemen's Association, and the Mississippi Beef Council, along with other sponsors, treated the players to some fun while educating them about agriculture's impact on MSU and Mississippi. Farm Week's Amy Taylor says the players found out Bulldogs are also Aggies.
In case you don't believe your eyes, well, it's true. You are watching Mississippi State University head football coach Dan Mullen milk a cow. This was just one of the activities at the first ever Beefing Up the Bulldogs event. The MSU football team came to the Mississippi Horse Park to enjoy a steak dinner, have some farm-related fun, and learn about agriculture. Coach Mullen says it's important to recognize agriculture's influence at MSU.
We're a big land-grant university and an agricultural school here, and a lot of the foundations of this university are built on this. And so it's great to come out and and just see this side of the university. They're baling hay and throwing them around and milking the cows. And the funny thing is, a bunch of our guys have done it, so they kind of knew exactly what they were doing on the team. And then some of our guys from the city, it was their first time milking a cow. But you know what? It's a fun experience for them to do and come out here and have fun and get a great dinner and hang out with a lot of good people.
Mullen says this was actually his first time milking a cow. MSU Animal and Dairy Sciences Department Head Terry Kaiser told the story that some may not know about the MSU cowbell and emphasized the reason for teaching others about agriculture.
Back in the 30s, it's said that a Jersey cow wandered onto the football field while a football game was going on, and the Bulldogs were having a tough time and a really tough battle. And after that Jersey cow and her cowbell walked across the field, they were encouraged and went on to win the ball game. Agriculture is a minority in the United States now. Very few people are producing the food that we eat. And so it's important that we tell the public, that we tell our students, that we tell our football players about where food comes from.
Those who experienced Beefing Up the Bulldogs say they hope to make it an annual event. From Starkville, Mississippi, I'm Amy Taylor reporting.
You can see this story again on our Farmweek website and our Facebook page. We'll also have some links to some pictures that were taken at the event.
All the nation's farmers may see a big change in the way federal farm programs work in the upcoming 2012 Farm Bill. That's as a result of a policy change from the National Cotton Council. The NCC is dropping its insistence on maintaining the present system of direct payments and counter-cyclical payments. The council says this has worked well and in recent years has required less federal funding. The National Cotton Council says, however, that in light of future deficit reduction plans, simply downsizing the present farm program structure would undermine its effectiveness dramatically. The NCC says an effective safety net could be made by allowing farmers to buy revenue-based crop insurance from the USDA. The marketing loan program for cotton could be modified so it could satisfy the Brazil World Trade Organization case. In other major news, the U.S. Department of Labor introduced Wednesday some new regulations that it's proposing for farm workers under the age of 18. The Labor Department said that these would not apply to children working on farms owned by their parents. It would be different, however, if you hired your neighbor's kids to work for you. All farm workers under the age of 18 would be barred from operating almost all power-driven equipment. All farm workers under the age of 18 couldn't work in storing, marketing, and transporting farm product raw materials. This would, for example, include grain elevators, silos, and stockyards. These are still proposals, and the Labor Department is seeking comments. Young people ages 16 and over are not subject to federal child labor laws. Child labor laws do not apply to children employed on farms owned by their parents. Well, who doesn't like a landscape that makes you feel welcome and relaxed? Well, in this week's Southern Gardening segment, Extension horticulturist Dr. Gary Bachman will show us the Collins Garden with its unique plant combinations, fun garden art, and outdoor kitchen patio area.
Today I'm at the home of my friend Kathy Collins, who has created a whimsical retreat using a combination of plant material and garden art. Everywhere you look there is garden art, from the wheelbarrow spilling over, to the fire hydrant, to the old water pumps. But the plants are the main focus. The garden is designed around plant trials and with very few errors. Kathy likes to try unconventional plant combinations. For example, this old deer feeder is planted with molten lava oxalis, spotted dead nettle, black-eyed Susan vine, English ivy, and the Mississippi medallion winter diamond frost euphorbia. And how much fun are the two frogs swimming on the pond of hardy ice plant? The butterfly garden is a visual treat. Butterfly bush, bee balm, and penta have flowers that all hold nectar. The focal point is the triangular butterfly enclosure. Made from 3 recycled doors, you can watch the butterflies emerge from their cocoons. One of my favorite plants this year has to be the Pretty Much Picasso Supertunia with its unique violet-purple flowers edged in lime green. Planted in a container, this vigorous plant just spills out. And don't forget about the outdoor kitchen and patio area. Can you think of a better place to unwind and relax after a long day? You don't have to follow rigid design principles to have an effective landscape. If you like it, plant it and enjoy your garden. I'm Gary Bachman for Southern Gardening.
Gary says the best way to enjoy your garden is to follow your own instincts and decorate it with garden art and plants that you like. In the feature segment, are you a grower in agritourism or some other kind of small ag entrepreneur? Well, find out about Mississippi Market Maker and how it can help you get new customers from across the state, the nation, and the world. Time now for the markets with Leighton. And Leighton, you say that November beans set some contract highs this week?
That's right, Artis. For the last 4 trading sessions, in fact, as we record at midday here on Thursday. Also ahead, continued talk of lower yields supports corn prices. U.S. poultry production is down. and contraction continues for the farm-raised catfish industry. Nationally, traders are now becoming concerned about falling crop condition ratings for corn in the Midwest. The latest indication was Pro Farmer's sampling report, which showed a national average corn yield of almost 148 bushels per acre. DTN cites the corn market as being overbought at the moment. Analyst Tom Fitzenmeyer had this reaction to the overbought scenario, as well as that Pro Farmer assessment.
I think the trade had been assuming, after listening to their state-by-state reports through the week, that they were probably going to come out closer to 146. So that 147.8 or whatever number they came up with Friday afternoon may have been a little disappointing to the trade. You know, part of the big run-up here at the end of the week was in anticipation of a kind of a low-ball number from them that we didn't quite get. So, but like you say, there's more talk of Goss's wilt. Every time you talk to a farmer that's gone out in their field to check, they come back disappointed. So, you know, expectations are that the weekly crop condition rating is going to see another slight decline on Monday afternoon when that comes out.
Actually, the crop condition report on Monday night showed a 54% good to excellent rating for corn. The market was lower, sparking buying interest as traders are scared to be short corn. Well, turning to rice now, rice futures ended the month of August by moving above $18 after closing above recent resistance. AgFacts.com reports that a much smaller crop in Arkansas is giving the market fundamental support. Other positive factors for rice include concern about the summer heat's impact on the crop, as well as some firming international markets. Arkansas Farm Bureau notes that slow demand may limit upside potential for rice. However, this year's limited supply will leave stocks tight. DTN cites the soybean market as being overbought as the month of September begins. Drovers Cattle Network says a correction may not begin until the November beans move above $15. Analyst Tom Fitzenmeyer notes that beans had pretty much been in a trading range of 13 to 14 since January until prices broke out less than a week before the end of August.
And breaking out above that is a positive signal technically, and probably signals that there's a chance we're going to move beans on up closer to $15. So there is some decent upside potential here. Crush has been pretty marginal. There's been some pickup in the biodiesel industry, so that's helped support bean oil a little bit. But again, you're getting that 14.5 to 15 range, and beans are going to struggle here.
Before we head into the livestock markets, here's our trivia question this week. What is the record for a chicken laying the most eggs in one day? Is it 3 or 5 or 7 or 9? You decide and stay with us for the answer.
We're going to pause now for a short break on Farm Week. Coming up, we'll look at the calendar and the second part of the markets. Leighton Spann reports catfish sales are down and poultry producers are working to match their supply to demand. In the feature segment today, Mississippi Market Maker. This web-based national marketing tool is designed for the grower or small food manufacturer without a lot of web skills.
Each year, many Mississippians are seriously injured or killed when farm tractors overturn. One cause of these accidents is improper hitching. If a tractor is hitched at any point above the drawbar, it can flip over backwards. Never hitch a tractor using the bar between the 3-point hitch upper and lower links or at the top link attachment point. The stationary drawbar is the only safe location for tractor hitching. A message from the Mississippi State University Extension Service.
Before we get back to the markets, let's look at the Farm Week calendar. The joint conference of the Mississippi Fruit and Vegetable Growers Association, the Mississippi Agritourism Association, and the Gulf South Blueberry Growers Association takes place in Vicksburg, November 14th through the 16th. Now, early bird registration has been extended until September 15th. For this meeting, early registration is $75. Registration after September 15th is $100. It's $110 at the door. We'll have a link for online registration at the Farm Week calendar. Timberland owners should check out the Are My Pine Trees Ready to Thin workshop. It takes place Thursday, September 8th at First United Methodist Church in Baldwin, Mississippi. Costs $20 per person. This includes materials, refreshments, and lunch. You will learn and get some actual field experience on determining if your pine trees are ready to thin. Please pre-register for this workshop by September 6th. We will have a link to the registration form. Go to our Farm Week website at farmweek.msucares.com for information from these and other events. Now check out this Farm Week snapshot.
As August closed out, the USDA reported that poultry production during July was down 2% on the year. The monthly total was just over 3.5 billion pounds in the U.S. Chicken slaughter was down even more, 5%, totaling over 700 million head. By the way, chickens averaged over 5.5 pounds per bird, which is an increase of 3% on the year. Poultry producer Sanderson Farms, which is headquartered in Laurel, reports that while grocery store demand remains steady, food service demand is described as sluggish. With feed costs expected to continue to be high, Sanderson said last week it will extend its previously scheduled holiday production cuts into calendar year 2012 to try and balance supply and demand. As we reported here last week, pondbank catfish prices are still up and continuing to rise according to the government. But the same report notes that sales are down. Extension Ag economist John Michael Riley discussed the status of the aquaculture industry in Mississippi with me on Wednesday.
Well, the current status is one of contraction for the most part. We've seen this taking place over the past number of years, especially going back to the summer of 2008 when prices for ag commodities began rising quite substantially. That put quite a strain on catfish growers. The feed prices that we're facing were quite high, and since then we have seen water acres decrease. Right now we're year-over-year drop of about 30 to 40%, depending on which state you're talking about. In terms of production, we've seen the sales of catfish off grower farms now at a level that we have to go all the way back to 1989 to get a comparative number. So, and most of this reduction has occurred in the past couple of months. On the other side of the equation, so that's the supply side looks really good. We've seen the grower price increase. Current estimate of $1.23 a pound compared to about 78 cents a pound the year prior. So we have seen prices for growers increase. But the other side of the equation here is demand. Total catfish sales are down from the 5-year average. Most of that is due to fillet sales dropping off significantly, down about 33% from the 5-year average. All of this really, from both production and consumption side is largely attributable to feed prices. We've seen soybean prices increase over the past, since summer 2008. They came down for 09 and 10, but they're up quite significantly here in 2011, which doesn't bode well for this contracting industry. It only speaks to maybe further contraction to some degree.
Well, it takes fuel to run aerators around fish ponds, just like it takes fuel to run tractors and other farm equipment. OPEC's weekly oil price rebounded slightly on August 29th to over $106 per barrel. After a downward trend recently, concerns over hurricanes and Libyan unrest sent the oil market higher. Analyst Jamie Kohaki says if and when the price ever drops back towards $80, it's time to lock some in.
OPEC seems to think $70 crude was the old $40 crude.
Right.
And they think it's bone cheap. I don't agree with that, but I think as a producer, high 70s, low 80s, get some hedging on there or lock some in, so that way we can come in and do some forecasting with some futures pricing.
Trivia answers the last stop before our feature story, so let's take a quick look. C is the correct choice this time. 7 is the record for a chicken laying the most eggs in one day.
The Mississippi State University Extension Service is helping showcase local agricultural industry with the internet marketing tool Mississippi Market Maker. The safe, user-friendly site acts as one central source for consumers to find products, farms, and businesses. Market Maker helps promote any small agricultural operation, from local produce to services to agritourism. Members say they've had great success since joining the site. For local agricultural operations in Mississippi, finding fast, easy, and affordable ways to promote a business can be difficult. But Mississippi Market Maker, operated by Mississippi State University Extension Service, offers a solution. The free and easy-to-use internet site provides a one-stop shop for direct marketing. Registered users set up their own profiles, which include any information that will help showcase their products or services. Ken Hood, Mississippi State University Extension Professor of Agricultural Economics, discusses the beginning of Market Maker.
Market Maker was originally developed by the Cooperative Extension Service at the University of Illinois. There were some researchers and extension folks got together. They wanted to find a way to enhance the local direct markets for their cattle producers. They realized real quick that this was a lot more powerful and something that everybody could benefit from.
MSU Extension learned about Market Maker in 2006 and created its own site in 2007. Presently, there are about 18 Market Maker states in the U.S. Hood describes the kinds of products you can find on the site.
Any type of product that is related to agriculture, agribusinesses, processed products, fresh products, livestock, fresh fruit and vegetables, processed products also, services that are related to agriculture, transportation services, storage, cooling, just about anything in the ag industry from producer all the way to retail.
In addition to local, state, and national visibility, Hood says Market Maker opens the door to offer products worldwide.
Someone at the United Kingdom actually was searching the website and looking for sweet potatoes and found this gentleman's name and contacted him.
When conducting a search, an appealing aspect is the ability to refine the search by choosing a business category and matching it with options such as city, county, or state. Dolores Fratesi, owner of Lauren Farms, talks about using Mississippi Market Maker to promote her freshwater prawn operation.
One of the benefits of Market Maker is that it is so professionally done. It is extremely easy to navigate the site. They have tutorials on the site, both for businesses, and for the consumer. And as far as the businesses go, we have a login and we have a password, and we can change our ads, we can insert pictures or any information we feel, that our customers would need to know.
Fratesi says having one central source where anyone can search for locally produced products and services makes it much easier for both consumers and businesses. In addition, she can track the number of times the site is visited.
We've been really excited that our website has been visited over 3,200 times and our products have been visited over 4,000 times. And we sell anything from the catfish fingerlings to the processed fish, the juvenile prawns, the processed prawns, and we also have an equipment and supply business.
In addition to product information, Market Maker has mapping capabilities so consumers can easily find directions to a venue. Teresa Holofield describes how her business, Pontotoc Ridge Blueberry Farm, benefits from Market Maker.
Actually, they would tell me as when they came to the farm, oh, I looked it up on the internet on Mississippi State, and they had Market Maker, and so I knew where your farm was. They were very helpful to me in getting to your place.
Another advantage of getting on the site is the assistance you receive with registering. MSU Extension is eager to help and will even build a profile for those who are less computer savvy or just too busy. Requirements for registering a profile include the name, physical address, and type of business, along with the owner's name and a working phone number. Additionally, MSU Extension is getting Mississippi Farm Bureau Federation on the Market Maker bandwagon. Samantha Webb explains how her role as MFB Federation Commodity Coordinator relates to promoting local agriculture.
I work specifically with sweet potato producers and peanut producers statewide, and I help them with different policy-related issues that affect their industries, their commodities, and also on promotional issues, educational issues, and anything that we can do just overall to help promote those industries. Farm Bureau and the Extension Service have always had such a great working relationship. We are working on behalf of one another and always glad to support each other. So when we heard about this, we were excited to jump on board.
Webb coordinates producer meetings with MSU Extension where Market Maker sessions are included. Workshops are also available throughout the year. Teresa Holofield says small farmers should strive to learn as much as possible.
To a small farmer that is going to develop and get started should always take those classes. Any questions that you could have thought of or asked, you could have found out all your answers. It got me excited about extending my farm. Mississippi State has been extremely helpful in helping my farm to become everything it has been. And it makes a person feel very good and very supported.
With internet acting as the salesperson for so many businesses these days, it's essential to learn about new marketing tools. Mississippi State University Extension Service strives to help local businesses and small farms achieve that through Mississippi Market Maker. Ken Hood assures the site is easy to use as well as secure, and he looks forward to seeing our local agriculture industry flourish. I'm Amy Taylor reporting. You can watch the story again on our Farm Week website, our Farm Week Facebook page, or YouTube. We'll also have links and phone numbers to help you get started using Mississippi Market Maker.
Good job, Amy. We are at the end of Farm Week for this week. On our next show, the Elizabeth A. Howard 4-H Therapeutic Riding Center at West Point, Mississippi.
This center uses horses to bring about dramatic improvement in young people with physical or mental disabilities. Professionals design custom therapies and volunteers go through extensive training.
Oscar De La Renta and Ralph Lauren visited Mississippi's cotton fields this week. Well, not really, but these cotton scientists do have a part in determining your wardrobe.
And in southern gardening, the sun coleus. It lasts from spring to fall.
For the rest of the Farm Week crew, I'm Artis Ford.
And I'm Leighton Spann. Thanks for watching. We'll be back next week.